We are going to talk about Canada and its unemployment rate among the youngs reaching 20%, which is an unbelievable number. I have some advice to share. Usually, I'm the last person on this planet who can give advice, but in this case, I can. I faced unemployment when I was young, and I was actually faced a very special form of it when you have a job and you have a full-time job and you have a good salary, a nice high salary, and still you are not able to buy a home. But today I want to talk about unemployment. The very first thing you need to do as a young person when you're unemployed is to get out. You absolutely cannot stay at home. You need to visit old friends you haven't met for years. You need to visit family members you haven't talked to for like 10 years. You need to visit the cities, areas where you like to work. You need to visit places where you've never been, just to discover what's going on there. You need to remember, if you, in the recent years, were invited to, for example, a running club, you need to call that friend and say, yes, now I want to go and join and go for a run with you, even though you never run in your life. You need to go and do the networking. Because when you're young, it means that you don't have experience. So probably there's no reason to apply jobs online. Probably 99% of the applicants gonna have a much better CV than you. So you need to talk to people. You need to talk to your friends, your ex-classmates, your neighbors. You need to talk to everybody. Maybe they know a job position you can apply to, and they allow you to use their name as a reference, because that's exactly what happened to me. When I was young and unemployed, I found job through a friend. So don't stay at home. Don't stay in your room. Don't play video games. Don't do anything. Get out and talk to people. Ask them what they do for a living. What's their job? What's their role? How one day in their life look like? When they start, when they finish. Do they need to work Saturday, Sunday? Do they need to stay longer in short notice? I'm talking about overtime, of course. What their job role actually requires. What kind of skills, what kind of skill set. And don't be picky. Don't be picky. Through a friend, I find a job with a photographer when I was very young. Through a friend, I find a job in a truck company, a logistics company. All these jobs were for short period of times, couple of weeks, couple of months, but it doesn't matter because you're building your CV. Don't stay in your room. You need to get out. You need to visit friends. You need to visit classmates, ex-classmates. You need to visit everybody and talk to them. And you need to be honest with them as well, what you actually need, how you imagine working in a place. Basically set boundaries. And this is very important. If you can, go and volunteer. There are 1,000 places, there are myriad places where you can go and volunteer. And they will get you work experience and get you into the routine to wake up every day early and go to a place that is an office or a warehouse or whatever it might be. And if you're unemployed as a young person for a long time, that one thing is for sure, that you don't know what's out there. So that's why it's very good to volunteer in places, because you're gonna meet people and you're gonna familiarize yourself with the different job roles. Because there are so many things you don't know. So let the world show you these job roles. But for that, you need to get out of your room. Forget ChatGPT, forget social media, forget everything. Get out and meet people, talk to people, and good luck.